everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show this evening. I'm so happy that you are here spending your evening with me on the radio, and I hope everyone is doing well. We've had some really intense energy, and I feel like I say this all the time when I come on the show, but it's been some really intense energy. You know, we're still in Mercury retrograde. We just had a full moon and a lunar eclipse, and boy, were those intense. And I think we're still feeling the effects of that. And I'm watching people around me, and they are feeling it too. It seems like everybody's a little bit on edge. Some people a little bit grumpy. I've run into a few that have been just a little bit grumpy, and I've had a little bit of a hard time keeping my energy, and keeping their energy at bay. So I don't know. Are you feeling that too? If you are, always remember to check in with you and your body and ask if you are feeling somebody's energy or if it's really your own. And if it is not yours, always remember to return back to sender with love and consciousness, because that will lift that energy and put you back into your own energy, into your own space that you can keep clean, essentially. Stay in your own vibration, in your own energy, and keeping that up so that you can go through your day and make all of your dreams and your manifestations come true. Which kind of leads me into the cards. I picked some cards for all of you that are listening tonight, and they're very interesting. So the cards I selected, or I got this evening, one is decisions. The second card I pulled is now. The third card that I pulled is prosperity. And then I pulled one more just for clarification, and I got the threshold. So really interesting. So if some of you are making some large decisions in your life, and those decisions you have put into your manifestation, right? You've planted that seed of manifestation. You've made the decision of what it is you are wanting to do. And now you are in that space in between, then in the now, on the threshold, right? And you're just waiting. It's just right there. And that's the hardest part for some of us to deal with, is being in that in-between stage, because as humans, we want to keep pushing through, and it's all about divine timing. And the universe is saying, it's very close. It's very close, right? You're on the threshold, and you have to be in the now. And if you can do that, prosperity is waiting on the other side of that threshold. So the biggest takeaway on this is to be patient. The universe is working for you in the background. All of it is in divine timing, and you just have to be in that waiting period, that patience period, to let it all come to fruition for you. I think it says this actually perfectly in the prosperity card. It says, you alone are the source of all prosperity. Let me live in gratitude, trusting every need is handled, right? Trusting that every need is handled. And so, again, it's about waiting for that perfect moment, for that perfect time, and not trying to push it. Because once you start pushing it, you become in resistance, and you have lost the flow that everything is going through, right? The flow of the energy of the universe, of being able to take a step back, take a breath, and say, okay, I know it's coming. I'm just waiting for that moment that it happens, that divine, the divine interception, right? Where everything comes through. And if you can do that, beautiful things happen, right? Being in that moment and being able to wait for all of those wonderful things to come through, all of the seeds to start bearing the fruit, right? I heard a quote, and I don't remember where it came from exactly, who said the quote. Some of you may know, but it says, you cannot plant the seeds for manifestation and expect fruit the next day, right? It's all about waiting and letting that happen in the moment that it's supposed to happen and when it's supposed to happen for you. Because with everything, might happen differently for somebody else than it is for you. It depends on where they are in their lifetime, in their path, and what they're asking for. So these are fantastic cards. So if you are out there and these are resonating for you, these cards are definitely for you. So remember, after the decisions, stay in the now. You're right on the threshold of something really wonderful, and prosperity is just on the other side. All right. We are going to head to the phone lines right now. Right now we have Mary in New Hampshire. Good evening, Mary, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Thank you.
How are you this evening?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. What can I do for you this evening?
I'm just wondering how to pick up the broken pieces of my family and move forward.
Okay. Mary, let me tune in to see what your guides have to say. And as I do so, there's just going to be a little moment of silence, and then I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Mary. So the first thing that I was getting is that it's not always it's not upon you, because they keep referring me back to what you said, picking up the broken pieces of your family. And what they're saying is it's not for you to be the quote unquote savior of the family. Everybody has a hand in this. Everybody has a piece of it. You're almost trying to be the savior. You're trying to be the one that is trying to fix it for the family. And what they're showing me is it's not really your job to be able to do that. As deeply as you are rooted within your family, and within that dynamic, it's about all of the paths. It's like what they're kind of showing me is like this web of all these different, all these different people, all these different dynamics, and they're weaving together, right? But they're not aligning. And so it's about you and how you are able to step through and to move forward, right? And for those who are willing and able to move forward with you, they will come along with you. And for those who aren't quite ready on their path to move forward, they're going to stay behind a little bit. And it's not really your job to be able to bring them through, because it's all about free will. And they have to be ready to take those steps. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does.
Okay. And let me see what else they have here for you. There's something about being the loud one, the voice. Does that make sense to you at all?
Yes, and that I speak the truth. I'm probably one of the only ones who actually speak the truth.
Okay. Okay. It's about standing in your truth, and remember to be in your truth, and like you said, to speak your truth. There is, what they're showing me is there's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot is like zigzagging, right? They're showing me this network of zigzagging. And what they're kind of showing me is things are breaking apart, so that new truths and the real truth is coming forward. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This dynamic, they're showing me like they're showing me that the family dynamic is being recreated. Okay. So what it's doing is it's breaking down so that it can be put back together. And again, they're showing me that some of the family members may not be a part of this recreation. And it's something that that you will have to be okay with, not bringing some of those family members forward. They're saying families aren't always about blood families or blood relatives, right? Our families can be so much more and so much bigger. And that's what you have to remember in this scenario, is that families are way beyond what our bloodlines tell it to be.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. It's sad in a way that
It is.
blood family members can't unite. But I mean, it is sad, but I understand. There are things that cannot be forgiven and just cannot be incorporated in the family as moving forward.
It is. Especially if you're a tight-knit family, right? If you're a tight-knit family that has always been together, who's always, hung in there together, and then to have that family unit fall apart. What I'm being shown is like the rock of your family or your central pillar is no longer with you. And so there's a lot of hurt and a lot of grief and a lot of frustration. And sometimes family members don't know how to deal with that. And that's kind of when the family structure starts to disintegrate and fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
really it's about their own journey. And what they're showing me is that you have taken leaps and bounds in moving forward. And there's still some who are still struggling to get through those processes. And just to remember that everybody goes through their own processes differently and in a different way, right? So how you go through something isn't going to be how your sibling or your cousin or your aunt would go through that same thing. And so it's being able to say, okay, they are going through something different than I am, and being okay to take a step back from that.
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yes. Yes, it does. I guess
It's
my
never
expectations are not to be met at this moment.
right. Yes. And it's about releasing expectations, they're showing me, is to, not expect too much. And that's hard for a lot of us. And I will say, even for myself, it's very hard not to have those expectations, especially when you know how it was before, how it was in the past. And so you just expect that person to show up in the same way and do the exact same things that they've always done. And when they don't, it throws us off. And that's exactly what's going on in this family dynamic.
Okay. Yeah. It's a mess.
It's
I was
never
wondering
easy.
if it could ever be like it was, or is this the way it's going to be?
They're showing me that it's what they're showing me, number one, is that it's never going to be the same as it was, because the dynamic, because people's behaviors have changed and shifted. But they are showing me it could look something similar to what it used to look like. But it's never going to be the same. It's like when you if you change positions, you're still within the same company, but you change positions, right? You're still with the same company, but you're doing something different. It looks different. It feels different to you. And essentially it is different. It's a different job, right? So it's that same thing, right? It's still the family, but it's going to look and feel a little bit different. And it's about being able to morph and change with it. And it's about being open-minded, right? And what that looks like to you now, and being able to make friends with it, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it's not going to be the same as you've always known. It can't go back.
Right.
It can't go back to that.
No,
Right?
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just wondering how to put the pieces back together after a lot of losses within the family.
Right. Right. What they're showing me is to keep moving in the direction that you're going. It's a healthy direction. Okay. Try to be gentle to yourself, because none of this, it's like, I feel like there's some blame. You're taking on some responsibility and maybe some blame here that really isn't yours to have. Okay. Or yours to keep. So they're saying, be true to you, and be gentle with you. Okay, this is a big transition and a big change and a shift that you're going through. And it's not an easy one. And so to
Right.
remember that piece of it, to be, to be kind to you. But you are definitely going in the right direction. You can see, you can see what others can't see.
Okay.
And by being that light, hopefully you can bring a few of them with you to the other side to restructure the
Okay.
family,
Hmm.
you know.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying, but it's difficult with all the losses and just
Yes.
a lot of things that have happened recently.
This is going to take some time to heal, okay? This is definitely a lot for your family. They're showing me like, one thing after another, after another, after another. And so when you have that many consecutive things going on, it's going to take its toll, and it's going to take its toll on other people more than others. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just so many losses and so many different directions um,
yes.
that the family has taken. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone has dealt with it in a cohesive way, but
No, no. There's a lot of people that have not dealt with it. And that's why you're feeling that rift. That's why you're
right.
feeling like there's so much it's like picking up the pieces, right? And you can't take on that responsibility to pick up those pieces.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't. I can't even find all the pieces at this point.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah, there are many pieces missing. So
yes. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that happens.
Mm.
Yeah. So Mary, is there anything else I can answer for you this evening?
I think I think that's it. Just dealing with the loss of my two daughters, and if there's anything that any message that you have from them, from the other side,
Okay.
on the eve of Mother's Day.
Yes, with Mother's Day coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. There's so much love and there's so much joy coming from the other side for you. Um, they're saying that you are such a wonderful mom, and you are always so gracious and so giving, and they want you to know that. And all the turmoil and everything that you are going through right now, don't forget of the person that you are, that loving, kind, giving person. And that they're saying that they're bringing up your smile, how your smile is just so beautiful and can light up a room. And they're saying, don't forget to smile. It's really important for you to be able to, to bring out that energy and that beautifulness through your smile and through the giving that you do.
Okay. It's not easy to smile these days, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see where they're coming from, and their light and their beauty on the other side.
Yeah.
But we're the ones here that are hurting. But
Yes. Yes. It's like what they're showing me is going outside and playing, right? They're showing me them on the swings and the playground and having fun, and just that energy of it and that beautifulness of it. And so not only are they bringing this up so that you can remember those memories, but also to say, try to get out and have that fun again, to bring that little kid out in you again, and to be able to smile and laugh and play. They said you're a beautiful mom, and you can't forget that.
Okay. I will try.
They're saying, don't let them beat you up. Yeah. They're saying, stand on your own 2 feet. You've got this.
That's great. That's great.
Okay.
That sounds like them.
They definitely play off of each other.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah. Their energy, it plays off of each other. It's beautiful.
That's great. They are different. My daughters are different personalities, but I can see that.
Yeah. They've got a great dynamic. Well, Mary, we're coming down to the last few seconds of our show, so I need to say goodnight. And I hope this has been helpful, and happy Mother's Day to you.
Yes, it has been very helpful, and thank you very much.
All right, thank you. It does that for me. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again next week.